secret to success always lies within us. External resources may be scarce. Social support may be missing. Situations may be difficult and challenging. But each of us has a gold mine within. And if only we know how to mine it for gold, we can definitely find success in our life. And that gold mine is the power of thoughts, which nobody can ever take away from us. Kalpana Saroj was a poor little girl born in the village of Ropar Kheda in Akola district of Maharashtra. When she was 12 years old, social pressure became immense for her marriage, as was the tradition in that poor society. Her father could not resist. After marriage, she began living in her husband's home in a slum in Mumbai. She had heard that in her community, married life was awful, but she was not prepared for what was going to happen. A family of 10. She was practically cleaning, cooking, doing the laundry for all of them. Worst of all, they were sadists, and for the slightest of excuses, they would beat her and torture her. Fortunately, her father came to see her after 6 months and was astounded to see her emaciated form. He took her back, and there she was practically ostracized. For a woman who had returned home after marriage, she thought of putting an end to her life rather than bringing shame to her family. She procured 3 bottles of insecticide and drank them all, enough to be killed. Fortunately, her aunt entered the room at that time and saw her splurging. She was rushed to the hospital. 24 hours later, when she came out, Kalpana made a decision. She thought, if I am still alive, I must utilize this opportunity. And I must do something significant and meaningful. She did not have the resources. She did not have the education. But she had the thoughts. She had tapped into the inner gold mine. She had begun the process of external transformation by uplifting her inner ideas. Again, she wanted to go to Mumbai and pleaded before her mother, who refused. She threatened to commit suicide a second time, this time by laying over the railway track. Finally, the mother conceded, and as a 16-year-old, she went back to Mumbai, stayed in a relative's home, and started work as a tailor in a garment factory. Her father lost her job, and she decided she would support them all. She got an apartment on rent and called them over. It were tough times, but at least they were together. Her sister fell ill, and they didn't have the money for her treatment. And the sister said, "Please save me." Those words remained with Kalpana, and she decided at that time money was important, and she would not let this situation happen again. Can you believe that today she is on the board of directors of one of the most prestigious MBA colleges in India, the IIM Bangalore? How did it happen is a very strange and interesting unfoldment of events. She came to know of a government loan for poor women entrepreneurs. She got 50,000 as loan and started her own tailoring business. Subsequently, she procured a second loan and got a furniture business where she was making high-end furniture at cheap levels. That is where she honed her entrepreneurial skills, how to deal with the difficult environment around. Later on, Kamani Enterprises, a big corporate house, was in trouble. And rather than letting it go into liquidation, it was handed over to the workers. The worker unions made a mess out of it, only wanting to make a fast buck. By then, Kalpana Saroj had become famous as a powerful entrepreneur. She was approached by one group of workers and requested to help out. She put together a team of consultants, each expert in their work, and made a proposal to the bank. The bank said they would agree if she would take over as CEO. Subsequently, she became the head of that organization. She managed to liquidate all the loans, pay back all the debts, all the dues of the workers, and steered the company to where it is today, a 1,000 crore rupee industry. That Kalpana Saroj defied what people say and feel. Oh, I'm not born with success. She said, if we are willing to work hard and stick on, some path definitely opens up. It's not the degrees you get in Ivy League colleges that makes a good entrepreneur. Rather, it is your ability to work hard with great passion. Now, she opened up NGOs to prevent what happened to her to happen to other poor girls in her community. And she wishes to adopt her own village and lift it out of poverty. Here is an example of someone who illustrated what I always say, the power of thoughts. Success lies not on the outside, but within us. This mind is always the cause of bondage and liberation. As little children of the infinite God, we all have infinite potential. The only thing stopping us is our own thoughts. So break the glass ceiling. Let loose your highest sublime ideas. Follow through with passion, dedication, and hard work, and you will definitely succeed in leading your best life.